Hello, Uta here. I forgot my tea. I was going to have my first tea time in the garden. I guess it's International Women's Day. So I'm wishing all of you happy International Women's Day, and we are now above 182,000 views in the lifetime of this channel. And this is the news about this little daffodil. This is the one that had been eaten. And I found it in one of my satellite gardens, just sitting on top of the ground. And it is quite a bit shorter than my other daffodils, but it did bloom. There is one more that I'm experimenting with, and I have a feeling it's not going to do so well because when I tried to dig it up out of the ground, it's kind of broke in half. The roots at the bottom were so strong that it kept the bottom part of the bulb in the ground. And I have so many crocuses suddenly opening. Yesterday, they were all closed up, just those little furled spots of color. And quite a few are already, more than half opened. It just happens so fast. So now, what? Oh, yes. And another. This, I don't know if you can really see. I think you can because of the good sunlight here. This is a fern with mature spores that can start other ferns. That's how the ferns do. They're not flowering plants, but they cause things like seeds called spores to form in mature fronds, and then those will grow into new ferns. So I'm going to stick that on top of the ground somewhere where it's shady and try to increase my ferns. And here's one of my favorite tools. And I really am terribly busy outside. Oh, and you'll notice I'm wearing my sunglasses. These are my new prescription sunglasses, which give me almost 20/20 vision looking far away and for distance. Oh my goodness. And let's see. Oh, I know. I'll show you how the wild rose is greening up. I trimmed it. I actually, there it is. And it will be blooming soon. There's a branch, right. And otherwise, there's really lots of weeds. There's this one weed called hairy cress, and if I don't get rid of it before it forms the seed pods, then when I weed it out, they pop. The seed pods pop and spread the seeds as soon as you touch them. You I've tried all sorts of methods, but I have to get rid of them before they form the seed pods, and they have these little white flowers. Here's one. Oh gosh. There's a little white flower of a hairy cress. So they make little green clumps all over the place. They almost stayed green all winter. And so I have to dig those up, and I will do more short little clips of my daffodils once they start blooming more and things like that. And just to end with, I'm going to tell you that when I have time to synthesize all of it, I will be responding to the release of the WPATH Files. Now, I have already posted videos about Michael Shellenberger's speech way last November, quoting some of these doctors. And I've now seen the response, written response that Dr. Marcy Mark Bowers put out. That is the man who ideates a female persona, father of 3 children, and still husband of the mother of the children, Anne, but not living together. He's having all kinds of other relationships, typically with young women who are medical residents over there in his transsexual surgery town, Trinidad, Colorado. I don't know really what to recommend for a plan of action uh, to help get the word out about WPATH. Uh, you can look for information on a YouTube channel called Spiked just today, March 8th, 2024. They are conducting some commentary. And there's, of course, wonderful Barry Wall at Court of the EDI Jester. That's another channel with good analysis. What I can say, I think I can speak for trans widows in that none of us are surprised or shocked by what these doctors have been saying, because they've said this kind of nonsense in our presence as well. They have refused to listen to us when we've said, now that you've put him on estrogen, he's been having these rage fits. He's acting like someone who has bipolar disorder. And it's just, oh my goodness. I'm just seeing my first little white cabbage butterfly. Oh gosh, that's the first butterfly of the season already on March 8th. Anyway, let yourself be preoccupied outside because the WPATH files are just going to be there. They are. So enjoy our natural world.